Alright, welcome back to the UCF pregame show, where we are well on our way to a playoff bid if we can keep winning. In the conference, I think about first. Yeah, so back in first in the conference. I just got to win out to get to that. I think if I get to the conference title game, even if I go 10-2, get to the title game, lose, I'll probably be like 6. I'll probably still get a win. So I guess I got 2 routes there. Win it, play, get this next game. I gotta wear some 25 space. Flag it.
A live look at Acrisure Bounce House in the heart of beautiful Orlando, Florida. EA Sports College Football continues with a late season Week 12 showdown here. It's the Kansas State Wildcats and the UCF Knights. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the UCF head coach before the game. He feels his team is finally playing the kind of football they expected coming into the season, especially with this win streak that has pushed them into the top 10. But he knows that can be fleeting. He said, I believe if we keep executing and playing the kind of football we're capable of, the sky is the limit for this team this season, and the guys are finally starting to believe it. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. 2nd and long here. On the move. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
To the air, it's Duff. Rush right in his face. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So UCF's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. To the back. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Let's take just a minute here and talk about UCF. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
A handoff for Watson. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They give it back to him. Stopped behind the line, and that's pretty much going to offset the gain on the previous play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Makes a move. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Finds his man. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Drives inside. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Left side is Charles. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
And a really nice job by the coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Plows his way ahead. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg. 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Bringing it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. That's reeled in. It's Porter. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Off play action on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game. And all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of this drive. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. The Knights line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Osborne. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. He breaks a tackle.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Play action on 1st down. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Duff. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They've had a couple of drives bogged down, had to settle for field goals, and now they'll try to get it into the end zone this time. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's a give to Watson. Knocked down immediately.
Really nice job by this defense. 1st down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs, and he's brought down after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Goes high to pull it in. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Knights, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running inside. It's Simon. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff to the lone back. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Reels it in. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. He'll take it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal coming up. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. So a drive there of 82 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Pulls it in. It's Osborne. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
He's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Keeps it himself. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter, fighting off the defender. He's past the marker. Finds a crease at the 20. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moved. Cats, great job by the back on the option. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Got it. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down, gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Slings it downfield. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Sets his feet. It's Duff. Gets it to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead is down to a field goal.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout taken here, second one called by Kansas State. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. They're working that left side. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. In the backfield, it's Simon. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. UCF wants to take a moment. They use their second timeout. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Knights want to move quickly.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back to pass, it's Duck. Complete. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. On the move and looking deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Sees an alley. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at the Pitt Panthers, taking on the #1 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk.
I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback. That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. A handoff for Watson. Turning it on. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run day. They're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Nice move to keep running. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
They're all over him. Got out of trouble and throws. With the catch, it's Porter. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a gap. It's Osborne. There's a crease. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Wildcats have this offense rolling. They'll give it to him again. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
Motion from the wide receiver. They've got him corralled. Long way to go on 2nd down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. They pulled a little closer, now down 20-13.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Charles. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense set on first down. Motion from the back. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught behind the line. It's Simon. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Now, you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Drops back on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Quarterback will keep it. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Here's a give to Watson. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's got it. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Using his legs, it's Lewis. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, gonna throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got an open man. Touchdown, UCF! And they added 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions. Offense extending their lead.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hall. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Wants to throw. It's Duff. Finds his man down the middle.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the...
And the defense makes a play, sacking it back at the 10.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Rush is on. He's going to take off. Oh, he got loose. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Quick give. It's Osborne. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Quick spin on the ride. Got maybe a yard. 3rd down and 9 coming. The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We're talking to the...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Got to make the play on fourth. Spits it out to the back. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
The situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. Because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with it.
The running back has it. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just...
Touchdown, Knights! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Back to throw, it's Duff. Had to force that one.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Snaps on 4th down. He's going for a big play downfield. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Wildcats in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Wide open downfield. To the house. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Look out! Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for space. It's Osborne. Pulled to the ground. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Duff. Myers on the move. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got enough for the 1st down. Going the other way, and he's got room. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now 1st down from the 46. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now on 1st down from the 40. Here's Duke one more time. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Defense will stop the clock. 2:04 remaining. They'll have the 2-minute timeout coming as well.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
So just 1 second before the clock would have stopped anyway. The defense uses a timeout here, and of course it'll stop again on the next play for the 2-minute timeout. As the 1st down marker, and down he goes, and that ought to wrap this one up. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, victory formation is every offensive coordinator's favorite play call, as this offense is about to close this game out.